Alright, so this is called Application for the Apocalypse, and again, it's the title poem for the book. Application for the Apocalypse. I wish to join your post-apocalyptic anarcho-syndicalist commune. I have many useful skills. Chief among them, I am very good at picking things up, moving them a certain distance, and putting them back down. Not like a Himalayan Sherpa, undisputed champions of carrying things, but you should have seen me in the before times, schlepping groceries from the truck of my blue Hyundai with the shitty brakes up to my apartment on the 3rd floor, 2 whole flights of stairs, my body festooned with sacks and plastic bags, full of dozen frozen egg rolls, Oreo cookies, various circular meats, several bottles of fizzy water. Christ, I let you cut off my left big toe for a bottle of San Pellegrino, or even Perrier flavored with a kiss of grapefruit, the worst kind of fizzy water there was, reserved for bourgeois languishing in mediocre suburban purgatory. Life without fizzy water has no meaning, at least that is what I used to believe before all of this. My lesser abilities are many and varied. I can throw an axe a pretty mean distance. I have very discerning taste when it comes to cheesecake. With enough practice, I think I could open a bottle of champagne with a curved cavalry saber. I can restring the guitars played by your bands of merry men, even play a song or two myself. Weave stories together on dark nights when the moon is hidden, when twinkling stars are replaced one after another by the crackling campfires of your enemies on distant hillsides. I felt the pain of loss. I know what it is to be tossed into the abyss and yet keep moving, always upwards, until you claw your way out and learn to love again, if indeed love can exist in a world such as this. Take me on. You won't be disappointed. Thank you. Alright, so the next poem. So I used to go to the Word for Word Poets, hosted by Ann Shalaski. She would always give a poetry challenge, and I almost never did it. But I think one of the poetry challenges was, you know, if you could have dinner with anybody in history, who would you have dinner with, or something like that. So either that or it was a response to a poem by, well, I cannot remember her name, but there's a quote of hers in this poem. She's very famous, and her name slips my mind. But either way, I completed the poetry challenge, and this was the poem that I completed the challenge with. So the title is In Which Nick Actually Completes a Poetry Challenge. I was asked by someone much more thoughtful than me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? I plan to write lousy poems about having dinner with Alexander the Great, Winston Churchill, Napoleon Bonaparte, and Vo Ninh Gap at the Hooters in Guam, outpost of American democracy in a vast unconquerable sea, purveyor of the finest teriyaki garlic wings I have ever tasted. Dinner does not go as planned. Alexander is entranced by the concept of a fork. Churchill fumes over the restaurant's no-smoking policy. Bonaparte oogles waitresses, believe he has somehow turned up in a delightfully tacky yet unrefined Valhalla. Gap keeps pushing his last mozzarella sticks from one side of the plate to the other, running out the clock on this disastrous dinner date. By then my eye catches something. Risk, the game of world domination, sitting improbably, miraculously, in this den of timid titillation, a thick layer of dust on the top of the box. I set it up on the table and explain the rules. I can see Alexander eyeing the green expanse of Asia, Churchill rubbing his hands, overcome with gleeful anticipation of recapturing Empire's loss. Gap, mulling a Fortress Australia strategy, Siam the bait, the death trap, springboard to ultimate victory. And Napoleon, dear Napoleon, he wants it all. You can see it in his eyes. Little blue plastic soldiers conquering the entire globe pour la gloire de la France. I order another beer. This evening just got interesting. That is what I will do with this one wild and precious life.
Nice. Mary Oliver.